Welcome to learning keywords fast track agent. Today, we'll explore one of the building blocks of artificial intelligence in an agent. Think of it as a smart helper that sees, thinks, and acts. You interact with agents every day, maybe without even realizing it. From your phone's voice assistant to the recommendations on Netflix, these systems make decisions based on what they observe. In this short course, we'll break down what makes something an agent, how it works, and where you see it in real life. No prior knowledge needed. We start from the very beginning. Let's dive in and make this concept clear, relatable, and easy to remember. Let's take a quick look at what's ahead in this session. We'll start by answering the big question: what exactly is an AI agent? Then we'll break down its three main parts: how it senses the world, makes decisions, and takes action. After that, we'll explore different types of agents, from simple rule followers to smart systems that learn over time. Next, we'll look at the core cycle that keeps AI agents working: perceive, decide, act, and repeat. Then, we'll apply this knowledge to real-life examples like chatbots and smart homes. Finally, we'll wrap up with a review and show you where to go next if you want to keep learning. This journey is designed to be smooth, practical, and easy to follow. Each part connects naturally to the next, so you build understanding step by step. Ready to get started? Let's define what an AI agent really is. Now let's understand what an AI agent really is. Simply put, an AI agent is a system that senses its environment and takes actions to reach a goal. Think of it like a digital employee. Just like a person uses their eyes and ears to understand the world, an AI agent uses sensors or data inputs, then just like a person decides what to do next, the agent processes that information and chooses an action. For example, when you ask Alexa to play music, it hears your voice. That's perception. It figures out which song you want. That's decision making. And then it starts playing the track. That's action. And it's not just voice assistance. A recommendation system on YouTube is also an AI agent. It watches what videos you click on, learns your preferences, and suggests more of the same. Even though you can't see it, it's working behind the scenes. Another important point: AI agents don't have to be physical. Many are pure software, like a chatbot on a website or an email spam filter. The key isn't appearance. It's behavior. If it senses and acts to achieve a goal, it's an agent. So remember, perception plus action equals AI agent. Let's look at the inner structure of an AI agent. Every agent has three main parts: sensors, processor, and actuators. Think of them like the body, brain, and hands of a smart system. First, sensors. These are how the agent gathers information. It could be a camera, a microphone, a temperature gauge, or even just incoming text data. For example, a smart thermostat uses a temperature sensor to check how hot or cold the room is. That's the input. Next, the processor, the brain of the operation. This is where the agent decides what to do. It might follow simple rules, like if the room is hotter than 72 degrees, turn on the AC, or it could use a complex AI model to predict the best action. Either way, this is where thinking happens. Finally, actuators. These are how the agent acts. They could be a speaker that plays music, a motor that opens a door, or a screen that displays a message. In our thermostat example, the actuator sends a signal to the air conditioning unit to start cooling. All three parts must work together. Without sensors, the agent is blind. Without actuators, it can't do anything. And without a processor, it can't make smart choices. So remember, sensing, deciding, acting, that's the full team. Now, let's explore the different types of AI agents. Not all agents are the same. Some are simple, others are advanced. First, simple reflex agents. These react only to what's happening right now. They don't remember the past or plan for the future. For example, an automatic door opens when it detects motion. That's it. No thinking, no memory. As soon as someone walks by, it swings open. It's fast and reliable, but limited. Next, goal-based agents. These don't just react, they aim to achieve something, like a GPS app trying to get you to your destination quickly. It checks traffic, road closures, and distance to pick the best route. It's not just responding, it's solving a problem. Then, learning agents. These are the smartest kind. They get better over time by learning from experience. Think of YouTube's recommendation system. At first, it might suggest random videos. But as you watch more, it notices patterns. Maybe you like cooking tutorials or tech reviews. Over time, it adapts and shows you more relevant content. It learns from feedback. Most modern AI agents, especially those using machine learning, fall into this category. So as agents become more advanced, they gain memory, planning, and adaptability. But even simple agents are useful. Choosing the right type depends on the job. Let's look at how AI agents actually work in practice. The secret is a simple but powerful cycle: perceive, decide, act, and repeat. This loop is the foundation of all autonomous behavior. Imagine a self-driving car. First, it perceives using cameras and radar to see the road, other cars, and pedestrians. Then it decides, should I speed up, slow down, or change lanes? Based on its programming or learned models, it picks the safest move. It's on its programming or learned models, it picks the safest move, or learned models, it picks the safest move. Then it acts by adjusting the steering, brakes, or accelerator. But it doesn't stop there. Right away, it goes back to perceiving again. What's happening now? Has anything changed? This constant loop allows the car to react in real time. Even simpler agents use this cycle. Your voice assistant is always listening, perceiving. When it hears, "Hey Siri," it wakes up, decides what you asked, and acts by responding. Then it goes back to listening. Now, basic agents just repeat this loop with fixed rules. But smarter agents add extra layers. They remember past events. They predict what might happen next. For example, a game playing, I might simulate hundreds of moves ahead before deciding. It's not just reacting, it's planning. This loop is what makes AI agents feel alive and responsive. So picture it like a circle: eyes to brain to hands, then back to eyes. That's how agents stay connected to their world. Now, let's see how AI agents show up in real life. One common example is customer service chatbots. You've probably seen them on websites, little windows that pop up asking, "How can I help?" These bots are AI agents. They perceive your typed message, decide what you're asking about, maybe return policy or shipping status, and then reply with the right answer. If they don't know, they can escalate to a human. This saves time and helps companies support more people at once. Another great example is smart home systems. Imagine your living room lights turning on automatically at sunset. How does that work? The system uses a sensor, either a light detector or a clock, to perceive that it's getting dark. It runs a simple rule: if it's evening, turn on the lights, then it sends a signal to the bulb action. You've just built a basic AI agent. Even though it seems simple, it follows the same pattern: perceive, decide, act. The beauty is that you don't need fancy tech to create one. With this mindset, you can start seeing agents everywhere: your coffee maker, your fridge, your phone, and who knows, maybe you'll design your own someday. The key takeaway: if a system senses and responds to achieve a goal, it counts as an AI agent, even if it's not labeled as one. Let's put your knowledge to work with a few fun exercises. First, try this. List 5 AI agents you interact with every day. Could be your phone, your TV, your car, or even your email. For each one, ask, what does it perceive? What action does it take? For example, your smartphone's screen brightness adjusts based on ambient light. It perceives light levels through a sensor, decides how bright the screen should be, and then changes the display. That's an AI agent. Next, imagine designing a smart plant watering system. What sensor would you use? Maybe a soil moisture detector? What's the decision rule? If the soil is dry, turn on the water for 30 seconds. And what's the actuator? A small pump or valve. Sketch this out. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just map the 3 components. Finally, here's a challenge. Find a product like a robot vacuum or a fitness tracker and decide, is it a reflex agent or a learning agent? Does it just follow rules or does it adapt over time? These activities help you move from understanding to application. The more you practice seeing the world through the agent lens, the clearer AI becomes. So grab a notebook or open a note on your phone and start observing. You'll be surprised how many agents you find once you know what to look for. Let's review the key points you've learned today. First, an AI agent is any system that perceives its environment and takes actions to achieve a goal. It could be software or hardware, visible or invisible. Second, every agent has 3 core parts: sensors to gather input, a processor to make decisions, and actuators to carry out actions. Think of them as the agent's body, brain, and hands. Third, there are different types of agents, from simple reflex ones that react instantly, to goal-based agents that solve problems, to learning agents that improve over time. Fourth, all agents run on loop: perceive, decide, act, and repeat. This cycle keeps them responsive and interactive. Finally, you see AI agents everywhere: in voice assistants, smart thermostats, chatbots, and recommendation systems. Even simple automation can qualify if it senses and acts with purpose. By mastering these ideas, you now have a mental framework to understand and even design AI behaviors. You don't need to be a coder to think like an AI designer. Just ask, what does it sense? What does it do? And why? That's the power of the agent mindset. Keep practicing and you'll start seeing intelligence in places you never noticed before. Congratulations, you've completed the I Keywords Fast Track Agent. You now understand one of the most important concepts in artificial intelligence. But this is just the beginning. If you'd like to go further, consider exploring reinforcement learning, where agents learn optimal behaviors through trial and reward, like a dog being trained with treats. Or dive into autonomous systems such as self-driving cars, which use advanced sensors and decision-making in real time. You might also explore related fields like machine learning, which powers the brain of many agents, or natural language processing, which helps agents understand human speech. For learning resources, check out beginner-friendly courses like AI for Everyone on Coursera, or try simple simulation tools like Scratch AI to prototype agent logic. And don't forget communities, online forums like Reddit's R Artificial or Focus Discord servers are great places to ask questions and share discoveries. Most importantly, keep observing the world around you. Every time you use a smart device, ask, is this an AI agent? How does it work? That curiosity will take you far. Thank you for learning with us. See you on the next Fast Track.